Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, we will start designing this image slider over here using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So here we can see we have the slider and it also automatically goes to the next slides after some time. So now we can see that it has automatically gone to the first slide. And we also have these dots over here. We can click on these dots to go to that slide. And we can also click on the next and the previous buttons over here. So we're going to start creating this in this video. Let's get started. Right, so here I have created this folder called image slider and I just opened it with VS Code. Now I have this folder called images over here, and in that we have these images and we're going to use these in our design. Now in this video we will design the UI of our slider, and in the next video we will add the functionality. So let's go ahead and create a new file called index.html. And let's create one more file called style.css. Let's create one more file called main.js for the JavaScript. Right, let's start with the index.html file. Now in VS Code, you can just type exclamation and press tab, and you'll have this basic HTML file code. And here let's link our CSS file. And here in the body, let's link the JavaScript file. And let's start with the markup of our design. Now here the first thing we will do is we'll create a container division, and let's give it a class of slider container. And in that we'll have a division with the class of slider for the actual slider. And in the slider we will have each of the slides. So we'll create a division with the class of slide for each of the slides. And for the active class we will add a class of active. So we will add the active class over here for the first slide. And the slide we need to have an image. So let's create an img tag, and in the source let's type images/slider1.jpg. And after the image we need to have these two text. So let's create a division with the class of slide content, and in that we will have an h2, and let's add the text over here. So I'll just type Vision Pro, and let's also give it a class, and let's give it a class of slide title. And now we need to create this paragraph. So for that let's create a paragraph tag, and let's add the text over here. So I'll just copy the text and paste it over here. And let's also give it a class of slide description. And with that we have completed creating the slide. So let's copy this slide from here and let's paste it 3 more times. So for the second one we don't need to have the active class, so let's remove the active class from here and let's copy this and let's paste it 2 more times. And with that we have added all the slides. So now let's open this in our browser and let's see how it looks. So I have this extension called Live Server installed in VS Code. So once you have this installed, you can just right click over here in the HTML file and click on Open with Live Server. And here we can see that our HTML is being displayed over here. So let's go ahead and change the details of this. So for the second slide we need to change the image to slider2.jpg, and we need to change the text as well. So let's change this text to MacBook Pro, and let's add the description. So let's change the description over here. And then we have a third one. Let's change this to sliders3.jpg, and for the text let's type airports, and let's add the description over here. And then we have the fourth one. Let's change this to slider4.jpg, and for the title let's change this to iPad Air, and let's add the description. And with that we have added all the details. So let's go back to our browser, and this is how it looks. We have all the details displayed over here. And after that we need to also have these navigation dots, and we also need to have the next and the previous buttons over here. So for that let's go back and let's go to the end, and here after the slider division, which is this one right here, let's go ahead and create a division with the class of slider nav. And in this we will add these dots that we see over here at the bottom, but we will add that using JavaScript. So the next thing we need to add is the next and the previous buttons. So let's go outside this and let's create a division with the class of slider arrow. Now this will be the previous button, so let's add a class of priv. Now in this we will add a span with a class of arrow icon, and in this we will have the icon. So let's get the icon from heroicons.com. Alright, so here I'm in heroicons.com, and let's search for left, and let's copy this arrow right here. So let's click on copy SVG and let's paste it over here. And let's do the same for the right arrow. So let's copy this slider arrow division and let's paste it down here. And let's remove this SVG, and let's add the SVG of the right arrow. Let's go back over here and let's type right, and we have the right arrow right here. So let's copy this and let's paste it over here. And I think with that we have added the HTML of our design. So this is how it looks. The icons are also being displayed over here. Now let's make it look like this by adding some CSS. So let's go back to our source code, and here we have already linked our CSS file. So let's go to the file, and the first thing we will do is we will style the slider container, which is the main container division. So let's type dot slider container, and here let's set the width to 100%, and let's set the max width to 800 pixels, and let's also set the height to 400 pixels, and we need to bring it to the center horizontally. So let's tap margin, 0 for top and bottom, and auto for left and right. And let's add a border radius of 12 pixels, and let's add a box shadow of 0, 8 pixels, 16 pixels, RGBA 0, 0, 0, and 0.1. Now here we can see that the styling is not being displayed correctly. That's because we have a large size for the images. So let's add the correct size for the image. So if you go back to our HTML file, here we can see we have this slide division, and in that we have the image. So let's tap slide img, and let's set the width to 100%, and let's set the height to 100%, and let's set the object fit to cover so that we have the correct proportions for the image. And now we can see that we have the correct width for the image. Right now the next thing we need to do is we need to place all these images one next to the other. So if you go back over here, we can see that we have this slider division, and in that we have all these slide divisions. So let's go back over here and let's type slider, and let's set the display to flex so that all the elements are one next to the other, and we'll set the height to 100%. And now we can see that all these slides are displayed one next to the other. Now we need to set the width of all these sliders to 100% of the parent. Right now we can see that everything is displayed inside this single slide. So let's go back over here and let's target the slide. So let's tap slide, and let's set the min width to 100%, and let's set the height to 100% as well. And now we can see that all these slides are displayed one next to the other. Now we only need to display the slide that we see over here. So we need to hide all these other slides. So for that, let's go back and let's go to the container, and here let's add overflow of hidden. So everything outside this division will be hidden. So now we can see that we have just one slide displayed over here. Right now the next thing we need to do is we need to have this slight dark color over here at the bottom so that we can see the text clearly. So for that we will use an after selector. So we will use it for the slide. So here for the slide we need to tap position relative, and here we need to tap slide : after, and here we need to set the position to absolute, and let's set the content to blank, and let's set the bottom value to 0, and let's set the left value to 0, and we'll set the width to 100% of the element, and let's set the height to 50%. And now we need to add a background. So if we add a background of, let's say, red, we can see that we have this red color over here. Now we need to have a linear gradient background where we have a dark color over here at the bottom, and it goes to a transparent color. So let's go back over here and let's type linear gradient to bottom transparent, so the value above will be transparent, and then we need to type RGBA for the color that is displayed below. So we need to tap 0, 0, 0, and let's set it to 0.7 for the opacity. And now if you go back here, we can see that we have the correct dark color for the bottom for the text. Right now let's style this title and this description. So for that, let's go back and let's target the container division, which is this division with the class of slide content. So let's type slide content, and let's set the position to absolute, and let's set the bottom position to 40 pixels, and let's set the left position to 40 pixels as well, and let's set the color of the text to white. Now we need to bring this to the front. So right now we can see that it is behind this background color that we see over here. So let's tap Z index of 2, and let's also set the font family to Inter Sans Serif. Right now let's style this title. So here we have this title with the class of slide title. So let's type slide title and let's set the font size to 32 pixels. Let's set the margin to 0 and let's set the font weight to 600. And now let's style this description. So let's type slide description and let's set the font size to 18 pixels and margin of 8 pixels, top and bottom, 0 for left and right. Let's also add some text shadow. So here for the slide content, let's type text shadow and let's set the value to 0, 1 pixel, 2 pixels, RGBA 000 and 0.1. Right now let's design this next and previous buttons. So for that, let's go back over here, and if you go to the HTML file, here we can see we have this division of the class of slider arrow, and in that we have the arrow icon, and we have the prev and the next buttons over here. Let's change this class to next. All right, let's go back to our style.css file and let's style this. So let's tap slider arrow and let's set the position to absolute, and we'll position it 50% from the top, and let's also set the z index to 2. And right now it is not being displayed, so let's target the SVG. So let's type slider arrow, and that we have the SVG, and let's set the width to 30 pixels and let's set the color to white. Now here we can see that the arrows are not in the correct position. That's because we need to set the position of relative to the container. So right now we have the slider arrow, and if you go to the top here, we can see that we have slider container as the container division. So let's go back over here to slider container and let's set the position to relative so that the slider arrow is positioned relative to the slider container. Now we can see that it is in the center. Now here we can see that it starts from the center. It is not exactly in the center. So for that, we need to also type transform, translate y of -50%. Now it is exactly in the center. Right now we need to have the left arrow on the left side and the right on the right side. So for that, let's target them separately. So let's type prev and let's set the left value to 20 pixels. And here let's type next and let's set the right value to 20 pixels. Right now we need to have this round shape behind the icons. So here let's type width of 48 pixels, height of 48 pixels, and let's set the background to RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.2 for the opacity, and let's set the border radius to 50% so that we have round shape, and we need to bring this to the center. So let's type display of flex, align items to the center and justify content to the center, and we'll also set the cursor to pointer. So when you hover over this, we need to have the cursor set to pointer. So let's type cursor pointer, and when you hover over this, we will have a different background color. So let's add a hover effect. I'll just type slider arrow :hover, and let's set the background to RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.3, and we'll have a smooth transition over here. So let's type transition and let's set the value to background 0.3 seconds, and let's type ease for the easing. And now if you hover over this, we can see that we have this hover effect. So with that, we have styled our slider. Now in the next video, I'll show you how to add the functionality where we have these different slides displayed over here automatically, and we also have these navigation dots working and also this next and previous buttons working. Alright, so we will do all of that in the next video. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.